We are about a quarter of games in, and the Lakers are currently sitting in the eighth spot with a record of 13-11. They do not play again until Friday against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minnesota, so they get a much needed rest. Deondre Hawkins here with another edition of Lakers Talk Daily presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino, just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. How do you guys feel about the Lakers so far this season? Early on this season, do they have the right team to make a run in the playoffs? Do they have the right team to at least compete for a championship? Me personally, this is a really average Lakers team. It's the same team from last year. This is not a knock on JJ Redick. I think JJ Redick has been doing a great job, especially with the pieces that he has. But this Lakers team, they got to find someone who is consistent night in and night out. There's too many games where we don't have an extended stretch of consistency. Consistency as far as playing hard every night. Consistency as being able to execute a play late in the stretch. Yes, there's going to be some games where the execution is not there. That's okay. That's what film is for. That's where you go over the stuff and you look at the mistakes you made in the games prior. However, there is things you can control, and that is playing hard. That is being able to go out there and compete on both ends of the floor. And there's been spurts, there's been stretches, there's been games where Lakers have not been able to do that. They've gone 2-3 games in a row where they do not play hard. Yes, that was a long road trip. We understand what that road trip is. How long that road trip was, especially the traveling and arriving late to certain venues. We understand, we get it. But at 13-11, you're in the 8th seed, and you are still considered a play-in team at best. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign, especially when you are the Lakers. You're supposed to be contending for championships every single year. This team is too LeBron dependent. Yes, we understand LeBron is a big piece of this Lakers team. He turns 40 in 2 weeks. We all understand that. But there's no consistency every single night from Anthony Davis. There's been games where he is really, really good. Lakers got off to that great stretch. I believe they were 10-4 in the first 14 games. And then what happens? They got punched in the mouth by one team. Got punched in the mouth. I think, for me personally, it started with that Orlando Magic game. That Orlando Magic game when they missed free throws late in the stretch. And then Wagner, obviously, we all remember, he hit that game winner. So then that led in, and it bled into the Nuggets game where they played against the Denver Nuggets. And they had a great first half. They're competing. They were executing their plays, attention to detail. Defense was great. They were flying around, diving on loose balls, 50-50 balls, limiting them to second chance opportunities. Then that second half came, and the Denver Nuggets put it on them. And then ever since then, you noticed the struggles. You've seen the difference between a championship level team to a team who is play-in at best. And that's where the Lakers are right now. Who can they get to make this team significantly better, to add to this team and provide straight consistency? We know they need athletic guard. They need athletic big, someone to be able to play defense night in and night out. Yes, we understand we need scoring. We need all that. But, however, if you have someone who can set the tone, set the tempo, and come in and provide energy and a spark, whether it's off the bench or in a starting lineup, the Lakers need that. They need that guy. Me personally, this season I did not expect the season to go like this. I thought they would come, and they did. They had a great start, but I was not expecting such a big decline. Yes, they got back and bounced back in track when they beat the Portland Trailblazers, but let's be real. The Portland Trailblazers are not a good basketball team. The Lakers got to find their way to get consistency every single night. You look at the teams in the West, the top teams in the West. You got the Oklahoma City Thunder, great team, really young, they play hard. You got the Memphis Grizzlies, great team, really young, they play hard. They got a bench production every single game. You look at the Houston Rockets, grind out team. They play really hard, really physical, really strong defensively. They like to bump you and take you out of your game mentally and physically. Then you got the Denver Nuggets. Obviously, still a team you got to worry about. Yes, they might have missed certain guys and the role players, but it's still the same Nuggets team. As long as Nikola Jokic is on that team, they're going to be good and they're going to have success. So can you sit there and look at the top five in the West? Can the Lakers compete with those teams right now? Me personally, they cannot. In a 7-game series, I do not think the Lakers can compete with those teams in a 7-game series. Yes, I understand. Oh, the Thunder are young. Lakers got experience. Look, the Oklahoma City Thunder are deep. And when I mean deep, from their starting five to their bench. When you look at the Grizzlies, from their starting five to their bench. You look at the Nuggets, from the starting five to their bench. The Mavericks, from the starting five to their bench. Every single team has great stars, but they're surrounded by a good supporting cast. Who can you genuinely say with this Lakers team we have stars, we have 2 stars in LeBron and AD. Where's the supporting cast at? And as far as that leads to consistency, do they have it? I want to get into a little bit more about this right after I let my partners at Pechanga give you guys a quick word.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
As I mentioned, the Lakers are currently at 13-11, sitting in the 8th spot. They are currently a play-in team. How do you guys feel about this? Do you believe the Lakers have enough to make it and make a deep playoff run, at least contend for a championship, or do you believe that they're a playing team? I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. I will be looking. I will respond, and I just want to know, how do you feel this Lakers team is at? We're a quarter away through games. What are they missing? Who do they need going forward? We know the trade deadline is in a couple weeks. Who do you believe? What do you think the Lakers are missing? Whether that's a certain player, or do you think that they need to tweak some in the lineup, coaching adjustments, whatever the case is, please go in the comment section and spam it, whatever you want. I will be looking. But I want to get back into the top 5, top 6 seedings in the West. So I mentioned the Thunder, the Grizzlies, the Rockets, the Mavericks. You still got Golden State. You still got the Clippers. Yes, we understand. The Clippers don't have Kawhi Leonard. Me personally, I don't think this is going to be sustainable for the Clippers, especially when you're missing an incredible piece in Kawhi Leonard. However, they play hard. They compete every night. The Phoenix Suns, they have been injured. They have been banged up. But you've seen what they're capable of when they have all 3 guys playing, and Booker, Beal, Durant. They got a lot of guys who can also step in and play. That's the thing I'm worried about with this Lakers team. When it gets deep into the season, if they don't add anybody, they don't make any moves like they did this offseason, can you really rely on this team to compete with a star-studded lineup like this? I don't think they can. Like I said, this is the same team. Granted, we got JJ Redick, a coach who paid attention to details and is trying to tweak the lineup and trying to make adjustments and trying to get the most out of his guys, especially putting them in the right positions. But there's only so much he can do as a coach to joystick everything. He mentioned that. There's only so much I can do as far as joysticking this lineup. But at the end of the day, these guys got to execute. And they haven't been able to execute in certain games. And that's going to bite them in the ass in the future, especially when it's a 7-game series. These teams are young. They're hungry. They're ready to go. They play hard every single night. There's no excuse. There has been a lot of excuses with this Lakers team. I get it. They're missing guys. We keep talking about Jared Vanderbilt. We don't know when he's going to be available. We talk about Christian Wood. We don't know when he's going to be available. There's been, Austin Reeves missed that road trip, obviously due to that fall he had against the Thunder, so he's missed a couple of games. That's a time to see, okay, with guys like that out, who can step up and provide and be that spark? What is the Lakers team going to look like when injuries like that happen? And obviously injuries like that did happen, and the Lakers they responded really well in the first 14 games when they had that hot start, and everyone's like, oh man, this is a different Lakers team. Me personally, I thought it was a different Lakers team too. And then you had that crash, and then everyone started to see that they just don't compete every single night. So that's my biggest worry about this team, is not necessarily about being able to drop a play, being able to be in the right spots, right positions. They just lack a lot of things defensively. They lack a lot of things as far as size. They lack a lot of things as far as being able to score consistently at a high rate. They lack a lot of those things, man. And when they go away from the things they have success in, it shows. Anthony Davis, I keep on surrounding it. He has to be the vocal leader. He has to be the one to get this team going. So, with that being said, Lakers are currently in the 8th seed at 13-11. We're a quarter of games in. Please, sound off. Let me know what you think about this Lakers team. Are they in trouble? Can they figure it out come these next 20-25 games? Please let me know. Get in the comment section. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be back with another episode. But as always, peace.